So, do you like your Shrek extra large?
Why is that picture the... Oh, okay.
I guess that answers. Oh, okay. I guess that answers our question.
Yeah, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our little look at on Shrek Extra Large for the Nintendo GameCube, a sort of updated port of the original Xbox version that was literally just called Shrek.
Short.
Shart? What?
Art.
I don't
No,
get
we're not doing that.
Yeah, we're classier than that. Lies. But, yeah, let's just name this proper.
Shit.
And, alright, we're good to go.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
So, hope you guys remember what happened in the movie, because this game takes place pretty much immediately afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Once upon a time, there was an ogre named Shrek who lived happily in his swamp with his lovely wife, Princess Fiona.
Uh-huh.
But this would all change, because one day, when Shrek woke up, he found Princess Fiona gone,
Wow.
and a horrible goblin in her place.
Hey, buddy. Nice
As
veggie out here.
Shrek reached
Just
for
imagine,
the goblin,
like,
how that
furious,
worked for
it
nothing.
chuckled and dodged the raging ogre's
boy.
fists.
Oh,
And
jeez.
then an old sorcerer appeared in a cloud of illusion.
Hello.
This was Merlin.
Merlin.
He had sent his henchmen to kidnap Princess Fiona.
Why?
In his tower by
He looked
the
nothing like
wicked
Eric
Ice
Idle,
Queen,
though.
who had cast a spell on him. He sought an ally who could free him. While she spread her evil over the land, he was caught, stuck. The source of his powers was in his crystal ball, and the Ice Queen had stolen it from him.
Oh,
Shrek
no.
was furious. What does this have to do with me and Princess Fiona? He
Oh,
said.
she didn't use the
Give her
accent.
back to
10
me.
out of 0.
But Merlin only laughed. Not until you do me a favor, ogre. Merlin was too weak to deal with the Ice Queen from his tower, and his henchmen wouldn't stand a chance against her. But Shrek would. Find the Ice Queen and get me my crystal ball, Merlin said. Then you will get your Princess Fiona back.
Right.
Free.
Oh, is he going to be a
They
final
both
boss
knew
later?
Shrek had no choice.
In the
Follow
matter of
the
speaking.
trail of snow and ice, Merlin said before he vanished. It will lead you to her.
Phew.
Shrek put the candles out and locked the door, and ventured into the
I do
woods
like that
close to
S,
his
I will
home
say.
to begin
Very
his
nice
search for the
topography.
Ice Queen. And
Very nice.
Merlin's
And,
crystal ball.
I never knew Shrek actually had a locking mechanism on his wooden door.
Yeah,
guess
he
so.
doesn't.
Well, I get the feeling it's just a chair.
So James.
Better than nothing.
So
Stick
James.
to change your view.
Yes.
Press the Z button to get a
Why are we
closer
doing this game?
Okay, meet
Yeah,
me at
why
the
are
ogre
we?
training pits.
Because I actually did play this game during my childhood, and I figured, why not?
Hello.
It'll probably be one of the only few
God.
Shrek games we do for the channel. And yes, this little guy here is, well, you all know him, he's Shrek.
Yes.
Why does he keep getting
Why are you
gassy?
burping? What is making you burp?
A burp button.
What?
Ew.
Yep, this game has a dedicated gas button. And,
Water charge. Jesus.
well, let's just say that the magic mirror will actually tell us more about that amazing feature just as soon as we do some more training.
Okay.
Gosh.
Oh,
First,
God.
let's teach Shrek how to be a
Shrek,
platformer.
Come up here. You can jump by pressing the A button.
No.
Not that
not
button.
that button.
Stop.
Jump towards the wall.
What is the
When you hit,
radar
jump again
in?
to
What's
do a
that radar
wall
in the
jump.
lower right
Now
sometimes?
come on up here.
That's actually not a
Well
radar per
done.
se.
I'll meet you in the combat arena.
It's actually a gas meter.
No.
Will you stop?
We get it, you're an
That's-
ogre.
That's how Shrek talks in this game, because, you know, they couldn't get Mike Myers to reprise his role as the character. No, he just, well,
Let's get started.
he just
That-
talks in
Go down
burps.
into the
That
pit.
is his
Press the
entire
Y button to
vocabulary.
punch. Go on, give him a good
Because God forbid we have the money to afford a
No,
decent Mike
don't-
Myers sound alike.
Great. Now try kicking him.
Didn't
Press
they
the
ha-
B button to kick.
Didn't. Okay, real
Oh,
quick.
Done.
No.
You can grab your enemies by
Okay,
pressing the X button. Try it.
Who
Good
voiced
work.
Ken the Hat in
Okay,
the PS2
meet me in
game?
the fire pit.
Chris Edgerly.
Because I think he did a decent enough Myers impression.
Yeah, for what it was worth.
Do you think, did he return for, like, did he voice Shrek in, like, those other
Fulfill
games
your
where he actually had
gas
full-on
meter.
vocals?
Some
Like
of those
Shrek?
I wouldn't be
Expel
surprised
some
if he
gas
did in
by
at least
pressing the
one of
R
them. I
button
don't
slowly.
know if he returned
You
for
can
two,
stun your
though.
enemies by expelling gas
Let me look
upon
it up.
them. Try it out.
Stop.
Chili Pepper's
Lightly,
press the R
Shrek,
button
lightly.
All the way to burp flames.
So this is
Oh yeah, that's right. With
right,
chili peppers,
analog.
you can perp out flames.
Try lighting your gas
Right,
can on
analog triggers.
I'm surprised the dude's face hasn't melted by this point.
Oh boy.
You can also create an explosion
Well,
by pulling
hello.
and holding the L button and
So
expelling gas
you know
with
what
the
that
R button.
the chili pepper flamethrowing thing kind of reminds me of a feature from Taz Wanted.
You're ready for anything
Really?
now.
I guess.
Yeah, there are chili peppers that you can pick up, and you actually can breathe out fire with them. It was a timed power up though, kind of not dissimilar to the ones in Galaxy.
Pull and hold the L button to run.
I feel like that was also a thing in like one of the
Press
Genesis
button to
Taz
perform a long
games,
jump
but
while running.
I'm sure.
oh yeah, and also Shrek has a dash button, which is very convenient
Come on,
considering the
jump
worlds you can
into
go
the
through
mirror.
can
There are good
tend to be
deeds
pretty
to
long,
done.
or they can feel long at
Come
times.
on, jump.
Anyway, the voice for Shrek in the Shrek 2 game is, and I hope I pronounce his name right, Michael Go or Gao? I'm not sure how to
Michael
pronounce
Go.
his last name.
Michael
Michael
Go.
Go, yeah.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
He's in
he's
the
been
new
in the-
Spyro trilogy.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he
he's,
is.
I think he was Nasty Nork in the Spyro trilogy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is Nork.
How oddly appropriate considering the villains of that game.
And I do know like Go's been in like a
You're
few
here
other
to steal
games, but
candy
oh,
from me too. Well, those blasted merry men took it all. It's been like this ever since the Ice Queen took over Sweetsville, and candy got scarce. I should know. I pass the village when I go to Grin.
Oh, says
But
Shrek.
that's not
His
gonna
dumb-
happen again
with his
until
dumb
I get
grin.
my basket with
Yeah,
candy back.
Grin. Oh my god.
I love how they use red in both games.
She
Shrek
makes
found little
her
red
responses. He
words,
goes,
and
"Burp,"
she was
said
very
Shrek.
upset, to say the least.
When
And
he
burp,
says
said the
burp,
Shrek.
it's actually translated to,
The Ice Queen
it's
took
alright
over
for you all, I have a very
Sweetsville,
small
everything's been in
vocabulary.
chaos. I want my basket with candy.
Those who
back.
would watch the sketch show would get the
Ned seemed to know
reference,
the way.
by
You
the
know,
way.
See now I want this game. See now I want this game to have subtitles for every single time he burps, giving some long Shakespearean
You know what? It'd
dialogue.
be like, so it's kind of like Groot, only instead of I am Groot, it's I am.
No, just burp.
Burp, subtitle burp.
So anyway, Shrek Extra Large, the whole deal behind the game is that you want to go around these levels doing what the game calls good deeds. They're basically this game's mission objectives / power stars, whatever. It's that type of game, and well, it honestly doesn't do that much new with the genre outside of, well, you've already seen it with the tutorial bit. And you got to pretty much use that along with, well, anything else that you can find within the level itself to, see your journey through.
Also,
And I
I just
do believe,
I was just gonna very briefly say I apologize for disappointing you, Logan, because I know how easily impressed you are with my ability to control burps. That one wasn't really my best.
It's okay.
Ah, it's
I didn't
alright.
truth be told, I didn't even hear it.
That's how bad it was.
Oh, it's okay. So you got this game. Do you remember how did it just appear in your library one day?
Let's just say that this was right around the same time I actually got around to watching the first movie. I mean, I loved it. I mean, we all know how much of a cultural phenomenon that Shrek was back in the day, and
Yep.
well,
And to an
he had
extent
a lot of
still
stuff.
is.
In a way, it still is, but
Yeah.
for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still there, and again, I guess now is a good time as ever. We can always talk about the fact that the Shrek is apparently getting a reboot.
Oh yeah, I heard
Oh,
about
jeez.
it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I love doing that. Just
Yeah.
grabbing them, then just kicking them all the way off the fucking building.
And yeah,
It's
it's like
the Barbarian. Oh,
oh, here we go.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh,
you just
scared
no.
me.
Screw you, ogre. I'll do that myself.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be kind of interesting to, because I don't really know a whole lot about the supposed reboot. The only thing I can imagine in my mind, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the route they take, I wouldn't be surprised if this reboot was trying to be a little bit more closer to the original Williams Stang novels. Or novel.
I forgot it was based on a book. That and
Hello, chicken.
that and also remember that I guess a good detail is that they are trying to bring back every single. They're trying to bring back all the original voice actors.
Oh,
they are?
Okay.
Which, yeah, that's what he said. Like the director's keen on trying to bring all the cast back. But ultimately, it's also the director behind Illumination's animations. which
Well,
is
I
a
don't
little
know
hit
if
and
it's
miss.
like the same one behind all of them. I only know that he did like the first two Despicable Me's.
Whoa, hello, Cassie.
It worked.
And with the power of science, we've broken through rock, and now we're actually not too far off from the toll bridge.
Okay.
Or, the bridge that the troll guarded from the
Nice.
goats.
So ultimately,
So it's the troll bridge.
So how does the
The troll bridge.
So how does the game play, and how does it feel good to play? It looks a little loose.
Very.
It's. Oh, hello.
Are these Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
No, it's Hansel and Gretel.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Close to the bridge, two funny-looking kids wanted to get
They didn't
across.
look like
Funny
kids.
is an understatement.
The troll.
That looks like really bad
We
vector
want
art.
to nibble
No
at the
offense,
gingerbread
game
house,
creators.
But the troll won't let us pass.
Once again,
The troll snarled at them. No way.
imagine how
After
much
them
money,
goats trashed me
even
up
in
real
the
bad, I've opened this
how
toll
much
thing.
money they
This
saved
way
on
no
both
one
voice
passes
actors
without my
and
permission.
animation with
Shrek
this
having
whole
always
like
thought that
storybook thing.
trolls
Who's
gave
reading
ogres
this?
a bad reputation.
No idea.
Decided to deal with this.
Beats the hell out of me, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it's like the worst way to
Oh, you know
worst way
what?
to tell a story, especially something
Oh,
that's
boy.
Okay,
pretty
you guys
geared
can
towards a
step
fairy tale
back
world
now.
like Shrek. So I think it makes sense here. It's just that the world around us, like outside of that book, is, I mean, it's it is what it is.
Yeah, I was about to say, for some reason, the idea. Oh boy, enemy.
Whoa.
By the
that's
way,
the
the troll's
troll.
invincible. Don't bother fighting him.
Then how
I
do
do
we
want to
stop
say.
him?
I do want to say one thing about the enemies that I do think is kind of interesting. Apparently, a lot. I want to say a lot. For all I know, it might have been all of. But a lot of the designs for the enemies you find in this game were actually designed by comic book artist Todd McFarlane. You know, the guy that made Venom and Spawn and whatnot.
Huh?
Oh, nice.
Not sure how well it translated to this, but yeah.
So anyway, we're actually not going to go through the troll bridge. We're actually going to make our own bridge.
Ah, I see.
And at first, I thought I should
think
be
you just
doing it by
charge it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Timber.
There we go.
awesome. That'll
You
work.
okay, donkey?
Donkey's not here.
Yeah, actually,
who are
just
you?
going back to that, because, spoiler alert, Donkey's nowhere in this game. Neither are a lot of, like, mainstay Shrek characters, actually, aside from Shrek and, I guess, Fiona. But one gag I had is that voice that's reading, like, the books. I imagine that's Donkey just playing on a completely different voice.
Oh my goodness.
Damn. Yeah, I never would have guessed Eddie Murphy had such bold range.
It's kind of like that one gag from the Powerpuff Girls reboot, which is admittedly a funny gag, where it's like Blossom was reading this letter by, what was the name of the mayor's assistant that they kicked out of the reboot again?
Miss Bellum.
Miss Bellum.
Miss Bellum.
Yeah, Miss
Miss
Bellum,
Bellum.
where she was just reading the letter. It sounds like it's just Miss Bellum narrating it, but it turns out it was just Blossom doing a good impression of her.
I
So-
mean, it was a good joke, but otherwise it still doesn't justify her just being axed off the show.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, they ate through the house. So what is the purpose of the collecting the chapter points, the numbers?
Whoa, said Shrek when he found ye old onion of greater gas.
How many times do you
Listen,
how
my
many
Billy,
times do you
there's
think
not a
she had to
single
read
door
that
in the
line
world
without
I
losing
can't
it?
open. Shrek
Who
recalled that
knows?
Princess Fiona once pointed
Uh,
out to
about
him
as many-
that there
about as
were
many
other
times
ways
as there
to
are
open
Shrek
doors,
movies.
But he didn't remember the details and quickly dismissed
Also
it as
including
nonsense.
any and all theatrical or TV shorts.
Like Shrek.
So
Balls,
anyway,
Shrek 4D.
Yeah. Anyway, what was the thing you were trying to ask earlier, Logan?
Oh yeah, what's the purpose of collecting those numbers, those chapter points?
They, as far as I'm concerned, they're basically just, they're like your power stars and all that. Though, as far as this first world is concerned, you do need to do them all, because they all tie into the main narrative of this area, where you're trying to find Little Red's, basket full of goodies, and part of it involves, getting not Little Red, Hansel and Gretel over to,
The
Witch's
cookie
house,
house,
eat
yeah.
it all down to Kingdom Come, unleash the onion, and already we've cleared 2 missions in one by not only blowing the door, but also getting Red's basket.
Awesome.
But now we have one more problem to worry about before we can move on.
Liquor.
All of the stuff in the basket we're scattered.
No.
Oh man.
Time for a fetch
This
quest.
must be Red's basket, I thought. Now, where's the candy? I need to fill this with the
I
goodies
guess
before
since
I
we're
give it
all
back to her.
here, do you think
But
we'd have
most
enough
likely
time
the
to
merry
talk
men
about
have
our
spread it out
experiences with
all
Shrek?
over the woods.
I like
I mean,
I-
it is on topic.
I like It's an okay series. It's okay series. I think the second one is the best. I have
agree.
never seen the fourth one. I've never seen the fourth one because the third one kind of left me a little fatigued.
I will say the fourth one is a much better film than the third one.
Agreed. I actually did watch it with Tara and Becca like years ago, and I honestly thought it was definitely a step up from Shrek the Third. And I mean, I don't know. I kind of liked it on a somewhat similar scale to Shrek One.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too. It's
Though I will agree that Shrek 2 is still easily the best of the entire filmography.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have to agree. But yeah, 4 was pretty good. Like, I honestly felt like it was like a nice little ending to the series, before the reboot.
T-pose. He was hovering.
For a moment, he was transcending dimensions. And also, sort of related, I also did, along with Shrek 4, I did see the Blizzard Boots film, and I thought, for a standalone film, I thought it was pretty good.
I
Yeah,
like
that
it.
was good.
I've only seen like bits of it, but I remember enjoying it fair enough.
To that movie's credit, you don't need to have watched the other Shrek movies to get anything out of it. Like it's primarily a self-contained story.
I get that much
Right.
at least.
Anyway, for me, I'm actually going to be one of those people and say that I actually did like the third movie, and the fourth one to me was a little, I wouldn't say it was unforgettable, but it just wasn't my favorite. But I will agree that Shrek 2 was amazing, and of course you can't fully beat the first one because it's nostalgia.
Can't go for the most part. You can't go wrong with the first film,
Yeah.
even if it does have.
I do want to ask though, because not for nothing, Jordan, that's kind of a not particularly popular opinion of actually liking the third one. What was it about 3 that you actually liked that others wouldn't really yet,
Was it the breakout scene?
I mean, I think it's just because I watched that one the most next to the second one. Plus, at the time, I was a big Justin Timberlake fan. But that was the first time I discovered his voice acting, and I was like,
Oh my
that's
god!
kind of...
Imagine. I'm sorry, Jordy. If I can comment real quick. Imagine. I can only imagine you at that age.
So anyway,
would use that as an excuse to watch the Yogi Bear movie.
Well, no, I did not watch the Yogi Bear movie.
To his credit, he's actually a pretty decent boo-boo.
He did a good job in the
Yeah, I've
movie.
heard his boo-boo voice from the trailers. Don't get me wrong, but I just didn't bother to watch that movie. But I think it also had a memorable soundtrack aside from the second movie. I just remember watching that one the most and liking it.
That's fair. Or maybe you just watched it so much you eventually just grew so accustomed to it that you did end up liking it.
Yeah, I think that's what it
that's
was.
understandable.
I also saw the musical, which is very good too. I
Oh, yeah,
recommend
the
it.
musical's really fun too.
I have not seen the musical yet. I was gonna say having the red lines in that map like that was pretty cute, but yeah, that
That was
that
Shrek
happened.
Extra Large.
yeah.
That was Shrek Extra Large for the Nintendo GameCube. There's also the original version of it on Xbox, which, I mean, honestly, from what I remember seeing, it does look better than the GameCube version. It's just that, well, I don't know why they went out of their way to make this game this port in the first place, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't hate this game, but I can also agree that the later portions of it are borderline bullshit. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm JamesmanXtreme.
I'm Lucky Jack 20.
Excuse me.
Donkey!
Could somebody clean up that hairball? Bye, guys.
I'm so sorry. Bye.